Welcome to Tech Barbie Talk. I'm your host, the Tech Barbie, and thank you for coming to my show. This is a no-filter talk show about all the things that I love, and I have some very dope female guests to talk about some hot topics in love and relationships, music, business, pop culture, and since we're all fabulous and fashionable, let's not forget beauty and fashion. So I'm so excited because this is our first episode of Tech Barbie Talk. Cheers to that.
Congrats.
Thank you. We've come a long way. So I have some very dynamic, great women here with me today. We have Milanka of M Code Luxury Apparel, emerging designer here in this DC area.
Hello.
Oh yeah, and I have that on right now. You see?
Looking good.
Yeah. And we have the one and only Valdiviez, singer, songwriter, here in this DC area. So, our hot tea topics of today, which is the juicy conversation, is does the body count matter? And you know what we're talking about. We're going to do a slay or nay fashion fall trend edition. And we will be talking about the Time's Up movement and how us as female entrepreneurs feel about that and how it relates to us. So let's start with the first segment, which is Heart to Heart. That is our love and relationship segment. So the question of today is, does body count matter? And for those who don't know, we are talking about how many people you done slept with. We're talking about when you meet somebody and you see them, do you want to know how many people they slept with? So, how do you feel about that? Come on, don't be shy now.
For me, I believe that when it comes to guys, it should matter on a spiritual level. But due to the society that we have today, I really expect for a guy to have a high body count versus I would expect for a woman to, due to my morals and values, have a lower body count than the average male. We'll just put it like that.
So, I feel like body count, people say it don't matter, but it does. Because if you know a guy had 500 partners, you're going to be like, okay, are they watching? You would think that they're trying to mess with everybody, their mama, the grandmama, the dog down the street. 500 is a large number. I'm like, and that's how I feel. Like,
I really do know some males that their numbers are in the hundreds.
What?
Or
Jesus
they say
Christ.
like, I don't know, and
let me take a sip.
I feel like it's I personally don't think it should be discussed like to a degree, because it depends on like the dynamic or that you have with that person or where you intend to go, because
maturity level.
Yeah, because you might say like if you have, I know some males, they think 3 you're done, like
3 women. You talking about women?
Like if you have like I've been told like if you're a woman and you have sex with more than 3 men, then you're labeled as a hoe. But so there's a stigma between, because we have here hundreds versus 3.
Yes, and I'm glad you brought that up, because I really don't like the stigma that they put on women. Like, first of all, women are people just like men are people, and if you a hoe, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, you are a hoe, period. So if you sleep with, like, women shouldn't be ostracized for having partners. At the end of the day, aren't we not all adults?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So I don't feel like guys shouldn't have a higher expectation for women than they have of themselves.
Agree.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, if you also, I think it could cause an issue in your relationship potentially if you're discussing body count and then that person might have it tucked away in their little subconscious, like, I wonder if she got a lot of bodies on her, or he got a lot of bodies on him. I wonder if he's still
Hashtag lot of bodies.
I wonder if they still try to, get a little shum on the side. Like, I don't know. So that could cause a lot of issues. more so with the male, how they perceive the female too. I feel like, because again, it's always some a perception in society these days.
I also feel like it shouldn't really. I feel like if you really like a person, and if you're trying to like be honest and have an honest relationship, you should let them know a little something. Because what if you see all of them on the street? What excuse you gonna make then?
So embarrassing.
I feel like it's really good, and I feel like it's nothing really to be embarrassed about.
But you would never know.
Because
Nobody's gonna
life.
point out. Like if I see,
Just make it awkward.
I don't want no dude I'm messing with to be like, oh yeah, guess what, boo? Like, no, I don't want to know.
They're not
So you're
gonna
not
do
gonna
that.
know. So it's like if you see someone on the street or this and that.
Most people aren't that bold.
That's what I'm saying though, because you're like, oh, if you run into you know, you should be discussing it because this and that. I feel like it could cause more problems than that, because if you discuss it, I mean, yes, even on a spiritual level, like, you know, if you believe that you absorb energies of the people you sleep with and things like that, then you would want to know, like, okay, you might got a lot of souls sprinkled up in you or whatever, but unless you do some type of cleansing, I don't know what you would do to some deliverance or something, whatever you with some sage, I don't know how you would rid that.
Well, I guess I'm just nosy. I guess I'm just nosy. I would like to know. I would like to know about how many people, you know, just a guesstimate. No one knows exactly unless you're a nun, you may know the number. But if you're not a nun, you may guesstimate, throw out a ballpark figure.
The nuns might have secrets.
People lie anyways.
Yeah, people
Yeah, I feel like
men have a secret rule, or they say like, oh, whatever a female tells you, multiply it by 3. What is it or something? They say.
Guys, we need you to chime in on this conversation because this is a girl-guy type of conversation. We really want to know what you guys think as well about does the body count matter? Do you care if you meet a woman who's had a long history with different people? Me personally, I feel like women and men should be treated equally. How you feel about a man, you feel about a woman. That's just me. But we definitely need to do that at another time.
Sound off in the comment section.
Yes, comment.
So, our next topic that we're going to be talking about is under Style Talk. Now, Style Talk is the segment all about beauty, fashion, and anything that falls under that category. But today, since the fall season is upon us, Fashion Week is around the corner, we're going to do a Slay or Nay, the Fall Trend Edition. We all know everybody can't wear every trend. So, there are some really wild trends out here for the fall. And I want to know if you guys will wear these trends, slay, or not wear these trends, nay. So the first trend I'm going to bring up is bright prints. Now this is animal prints, not in the standard brown and neutral colors, neon colors as well. Who would wear the bright print, the bright animal prints?
I guess it would depend on the event. Where am I going? Because if I'm just going to the store, to the mall or something, I'm not gonna wear bright prints.
Oh, hunty.
Slay.
Hunty, I'm slaying. Okay, can we check out my animal print, neon animal print earrings right now?
Yes, slay. I'm wearing that neon fluorescent green bodysuit.
And I'm
wearing
for it.
that.
I don't care. Bright color. You're supposed to be muted down and all these warm.
They're gonna be like, I need some sunglasses. I need some sunglasses. What is that she got on? I never seen a cheetah in that color.
I have an appreciation for prints, but I'm like, honestly, if you look at my closet, it isn't really bright.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would do an Ankara or like a Kente or something, and then I might
like
mix
those
it.
too.
But I might mix it with a stripe. That's my play on print.
Print on print.
I
See,
like
that's on trend too, guys. She's designed to listen to what she's saying. She knows what she's talking about.
That's cute.
So the next one, let's say the logos on fashion. Now I remember when I was in middle school, we was wearing baby fat, Aeropostale, everything had Hollister, everything had a Fubu, everything had a logo on it, but it went away because it wasn't cool anymore. But now it's back. All of the designers are putting their logos, plastering them right on you. How do you feel about that? Would you slay that or nay that?
I think it depends. I would personally slay it, certain stuff. I've always liked the I don't drink soda that much. Well, pretty much anymore. But I like the Coke. I know that was random. I'll get to it. They used to have like the Coca-Cola patches, and I've always liked that.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, the Coca-Cola logo. They have those T-shirts and stuff like that. And I would rock that. And I like there was like an image that was in the link that you showed me that had the Paramount thing with the furry arms and stuff.
Yeah.
I like it.
What about you?
I believe people gravitating more back to logos because of that 90s vibe. That's the demographic now that has the money to, and they feel nostalgic. Like about things like I see a lot of Nintendo. Like my boyfriend has a what am I talking about? It's a hat, a snapback, and it's a Nintendo controller. But that's pulling at our heartstrings because that's what we grew up with.
It's kind of going back to the basics.
Yeah. I'm kind of not into wearing logos all day now. If it's something like cute or cool, but not just like a designer's name. But like a Nintendo on something, I think that's cute and that's cool, or an album cover. But an actual logo, that's just me personally. I don't like wearing the logos. But who knows? Don't shoot me if you see me in the logo.
It used to be.
I might, if it's cute enough, I might wear it. But I might have to slay Nate depending upon how it looks.
I would even wear the all over, like a suit with a black suit with the white logo all over it. Like
that's Slay to a whole nother level, guys. That's Slay. Hold on, let me take a sip to that one. That's a lot. That's intense. So the next trend we're going to talk about is the oversized trend. Now this means we're not talking about just boyfriend jeans. We're talking about drastically oversized shirts, pants.
Ballooning.
Yeah, ballooning base. # ballooning. Me, that's a total nay for me. On my body, I would look a hot mess in some oversized. I think the only people who can get away with that really are really tall people.
Oh, because they have the long legs.
But short people, I feel like the garment will eat you up.
Yeah, you can't. I'm petite, and you won't catch me in anything oversized. That's my waist is cinched in.
Yeah.
I don't even think with the cinched waist. I'm sorry. I'm talking about the balloon, the oversized we're talking about is to the next level.
Too exaggerate. You thinking Missy Elliott in that? Remember the video?
Oh yes.
The garbage bag looking thing.
Yeah. I still wouldn't wear that. I still wouldn't. You gotta know your body. People know your body shape out here. You cannot wear just anything.
I think it could look really pretty if it was like, what are those baby doll type dresses? If it was like a big one.
The bubble
yeah,
dresses?
like a big bubble baby doll dress with like a train or something. And if the wind was blowing, so it could like.
But that's for a
lay
photo
on
shoot.
the-
That's not for everyday
You
wear.
have a serious creative mind. Like, she takes everything to the next level.
I think she slayed everything thus far. I think she will wear every trend that is out here. Got designers dress her in anything. She will wear whatever you throw out there. So that's it for our slay or nay today. But we will talk about this a little bit later. If you have any comments, leave them below. If you have any trends you want us to talk about, leave it below. So now we're going to get to a more serious topic, and it's about the Time's Up movement, which is all about the women equality, in the workplace. All of us here are entrepreneurs and business women, so we all know how it feels to be in the workplace. And how does the Time's Up movement really relate to you guys? But to me, I feel like being in both technology with MyStyleAuthority.com and working in behind the scenes in film, television, and theater, I really, it's really a lot of men behind the scenes. There's really a lot of men behind the scenes. And I really feel like, especially in technology, I'm going to tap on technology because I feel like a lot of women feel like they got to look like the guys to play like the guys, to fit in with the guys. We need to fit in with ourselves. We just need to be who we are and let guys be who they are. And I feel like women aren't getting funded for their businesses. They're not getting paid the same amount of money, and it's not right. Your gender doesn't determine the quality of your ideas or what you can provide. That's just how you were born. What do you guys think about that?
I think there are actually statistics that show where they have surveyed people that women are not taken as seriously in certain positions versus men, or positions of power. I think there can also be situations where it's almost like a perceived power struggle when you have like a woman that's like the head,
strong-minded or assertive,
and when you have like these different personality types, the alpha male wanting to kind of, or the male ego, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying all men are like misogynistic and trying to bash on women or whatever, but I'm just saying these are things that do occur, and since we're on the topic, and I think a lot of women's seem to feel like they need to dress a certain type of way, or
not dress at all.
Like tone themselves down, or really make their outfits present themselves more assertive, so that they are treated with more respect or more business-like. They can't be fashionable,
less glamorous, less womanly.
Sexy.
Yeah, less womanly. But I really feel like, ladies, if we want to make a stand, we really just need to be who we are, and let people come to who we are, not us conform to other people. How do you feel about the Time's Up movement? How has it impacted you? Have you experienced anything?
In my opinion, the Time's Up movement started and shed light during Oprah's acceptance speech. Was that last year? And in my
I love you, Oprah.
I'm thinking,
yes, we do love you, Oprah. But once, in my opinion, it just shines light on the things that we've been fighting for, and to be honest, is to start a conversation. Actually, moves people in the right direction as far as what are we going to do, what action are we going to take. In my opinion, since the conversation is starting now, there needs to be more funding for women entrepreneurs.
Amen.
If I Google grants or funding for women entrepreneurs, the same articles come up for the same contest, and the contests are open to everybody. It's not just a Black woman entrepreneur. So people really are adamant about saying that there's funding out here, and there's not.
She's really tapping on something that's really good in the startup community.
Yes.
A lot of women are, and it's so little amount of programs that are out here that everyone's going in for the same program, but it's hard to get selected because there's so many.
Yes.
Just because it's only a certain percentage of people focusing on female entrepreneurship. Yes. The question should be asked to these investors, like, why do you not invest in women? You have wives, you have girlfriends, you have daughters.
You have a mother.
You have a mother who raised you. Why not? Yeah. And for women who are successful out here, why aren't you investing in women? Because we can't just think of, we talking about equality. We need to focus on what women are doing too.
Yes.
Why aren't women investing in other women who have the success?
I just want to say that once people are getting themselves to a platform, you have to turn back around, reach back or pour into that community that you came from. If you can't say, I can't help everybody in the world, okay, just start with your neighborhood. If it were me, I would start with Washington, D.C. So once I get myself on a higher platform, you will see me pouring back into my community.
Yes.
Because that's something that needs to be, like LeBron. That's something that needs to be proactively going on.
Exactly. And I feel like if you're not giving back, you're really not doing nothing. Yeah. Just being successful and having money, but you don't help nobody, you don't mentor people, you don't pay it forward in no type of way. You really have nothing to show for with your success. And I feel like success needs to be talked about in a different way. And women, we need to help each other.
Yes. I think a lot of times too, there are, like, people don't really know how to access the information. The resources might be available, but it's like you were saying, it's so limited that in order to even be aware that they exist, you would have to really be doing some thorough research, or be linked in with somebody who can who can point you in the right direction of where to find these resources at, because there's not a lot of, like you were saying, women specific or minority specific opportunities for women. It's like
So guys, these conversations have been getting really juicy. Unfortunately, we have to come to an end today. Now, where can we find you?
Hi guys, everybody can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at mcodelux, MCODELUX.
And Valdiviez, where can we find you?
You can find me on all social media platforms at Valdiviez. I know it's a little hard to spell, but y'all can do it. VALDIVIEZ. I'm sure it will be somewhere around here or in the description box.
And you can find me on all social medias at the Tech Barbie. Thank you for watching this episode. If you have any comments, put them down below. Any questions, put them down below. Guys, we need to really talk about, does this body count matter?
Yes.
Part 2, the guy girl edition, because it's not over yet. And if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more, subscribe today. So this is the conclusion of our first episode. I'm the Tech Barbie. This is Tech Barbie Talk. We're only keeping it real here. Until next time, peace. Peace. Peace.